has more personality than half the maps in older Dragon Ball games. And let's talk about villains for a second. Super's villains are perfect for a Kakarot-style RPG. Goku Black isn't just a boss fight. He's a psychological threat. Zamasu isn't about raw power, he's ideology. Moro literally drains planets. Granola is a revenge-driven sniper, with mechanics that could completely change how boss fights work. These arcs aren't just punch-harder stories, they're structured in a way that suits RPG progression far better than arcade-style fighters. Another thing people overlook is how Dragon Ball Z Kakarot trained Bandai for this moment. The devs didn't nail everything on their first try, and that's fine. Kakarot walked so Super Kakarot could run. They learned how to handle long-form storytelling, cinematic cutscenes, open zones, and RPG systems. You don't just throw that experience away, you build on it. And from a financial standpoint, this is literally the safest move Bandai could make. Dragon Ball Super content sells, Ultra Instinct sells, Goku Black sells, Broly sells, Superhero sells. You don't even have to convince casual fans. The brand does the marketing for you. A Super Kakarot announcement would instantly dominate social media without showing a single frame of gameplay. There's also the fact that Dragon Ball Super still feels incomplete in game form. Z feels done. GT has been done to death. Movies get adapted constantly. Super, despite being the modern era, still feels like borrowed content inside other games instead of having its own definitive space. Super Kakarot would finally give it that identity. And here's something that really seals it for me. Bandai has been suspiciously quiet. No big Dragon Ball RPG announcements. No long-term roadmap post-Daima DLC. When companies go quiet like this, it usually means something bigger is cooking behind the scenes. They don't want to cannibalize hype by talking too early. So when people ask me, why Super Kakarot? My answer is simple, because it fills a gap that shouldn't exist anymore. We're in 2026 territory. Dragon Ball Super deserves a full, proper, modern RPG. Not a half adaptation, not a what if, not DLC crumbs, a real game. And Super Kakarot is the cleanest way to do that. If Genkidamatsuri really is the moment they pull the trigger, then yeah, we're about to witness one of the biggest Dragon Ball announcements in years. Now here's something people overlook. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot went out of its way to skip Super. Think about it. They adapted Battle of Gods. Barely. They adapted Resurrection F. Barely. And then they just stopped. No Universe 6 vs 7. No Goku Black Arc. No Tournament of Power. That doesn't feel accidental. That feels deliberate. Almost like they were holding Super back for its own game. Now imagine this scenario. Genkidamatsuri event announces a Dragon Ball Super remake, adapting the manga properly. At the same time, Bandai announces Dragon Ball Super Kakarot, anime remake plus story-focused super game, launching alongside each other. That's not just hype, that's a business nuke. Toei wins, Bandai wins, Shueisha wins, Capsule Corporation Tokyo wins. Everyone eats. Now let's talk about how Dragon Ball Super Kakarot would need to improve over its predecessor, because as much as I enjoyed Kakarot, it has problems. Let's start with the models. People love saying, Kakarot's models look good. I disagree. Hard. They look fine in cutscenes, but in gameplay, they're stiff. They lack impact. Compare them side by side with FighterZ or Sparking Zero, and it's not even close. For Super Kakarot, I want that shiny modern anime look. Something closer to FighterZ's shaders, combined with Sparking Zero's lighting. Next, combat. I'm sorry, but Kakarot's combat is mid. It's just spam attack, dodge, repeat. There's no depth, no expression, no real skill ceiling. Super Kakarot needs a more advanced combat system, something that rewards timing, positioning, and mastery instead of button mashing. Customization is another huge miss. Why can't I stay transformed in free roam? Why can't I freely change outfits? Why do transformations feel so restricted? That stuff should be standard by now. Difficulty is another issue. Kakarot is way too easy. I want a hard mode that actually forces me to learn mechanics, not just face tank everything. Side content also needs serious improvement. Give me meaningful training with other Z fighters. Make support characters actually useful. Add voice acting to side missions so I don't hear Goku say, "Hi," while the text box says something completely different. That immersion break is awful. And most importantly, the story content. Dragon Ball Super Kakarot should adapt Battle of Gods all the way to Broly as the base game, then give us Moro, Granola, and Superhero as DLC. You can even throw GT in as bonus DLC if you want. That's years of content right there. This game has potential to be the definitive Dragon Ball RPG. So yeah, this is why I believe Dragon Ball Super Kakarot isn't just possible, it's likely. Now before we end, it's shoutout time. From my previous video, Kapaya Sayami said, "Neither is inherently stronger on their own. Ki is stronger for fighting, while magic is stronger for winning without fighting." And honestly, that's one of the best takes I've seen. Dragon Ball has never been about one power system being absolute. It's always about how you use it. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Dragon Ball Super Kakarot is the next big Dragon Ball game? Or do you think Bandai has something completely different planned? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you made it this far, sub up, like the video. We're pushing for 10,000. And as always, until next time, take care and see ya.